The Cerne Abbas Giant is a large chalk figure located on a hillside in Dorset, England. It depicts a naked man wielding a club. The figure is notably large, measuring approximately 180 feet in height. The origins of the Cerne Abbas Giant are not definitively known. Its existence has sparked significant historical debate and speculation. The figure is a prominent landmark and an intriguing example of ancient art. The earliest written record of the giant dates back to 1694. This record documents a payment specifically allocated for the giant's repair. The existence of this payment confirms the giant's presence during that period. It also indicates that the giant was actively maintained. This historical evidence establishes the giant as a feature of the time. The document provides proof of the giant's upkeep in the late 17th century. An archaeological study was conducted at Cerne Abbas hillside in 2021. The study utilized optically stimulated luminescence (OSL) dating techniques. OSL dating is a method used to determine the last time soil was exposed to sunlight. Soil samples were extracted from the giant's elbows and feet. Analysis of these samples aimed to ascertain the age and history of the Cerne Abbas Giant. Optically stimulated luminescence (OSL) dating is used to determine when sediment was last exposed to light. OSL dating results indicate a creation date between AD 700 and 1100. This time frame places the creation likely in the late Saxon period. The dating method involves analyzing the luminescent signals emitted by sediment grains. The OSL results challenge previous assumptions regarding older ancient origins. Therefore, the artifact is likely of late Saxon origin based on OSL dating. The 1694 record indicates ongoing maintenance of the giant. New scientific analysis suggests a potentially greater age than previously estimated. This revised age is based on scientific evidence, not solely on historical documents. The combination of historical records and scientific analysis provides a more comprehensive understanding. Further research is needed to fully determine the giant's age and historical context. Theories surrounding the giant's identity have evolved due to new dating evidence. Previously held assumptions about the giant's purpose are now being re-evaluated. Competing theories are emerging, each attempting to explain the giant's role. Subsequent analysis will delve into these diverse and evolving interpretations. The Cerne Abbas Giant is theorized to represent an ancient pagan fertility god. The figure is believed to be a symbolic representation of fertility and virility. Couples once sought blessings by sleeping on the figure, especially on its phallus. This act was believed to enhance their chances of conceiving and bearing children. The ancient fertility god theory has been largely debunked due to new dating evidence. The updated dating makes a direct pagan origin less probable. The site was a well-established Christian community by the time period in question. This Christian presence diminishes the likelihood of pagan fertility practices. Historical documents indicate a monastery was established at Cerne Abbas. The founding year is recorded as 987 AD. The monastery's origin is linked to a saint named Edwald of Cerne. Edwald is said to have planted his staff on the hill where the monastery was built. This act is considered a symbolic gesture in the monastery's founding narrative. The Cerne Abbas Giant's origin is subject to various interpretations. One theory suggests the figure represents Street Edwald. A more prevalent theory links the giant to an older Saxon deity. This deity is believed to be named Heleth or Heil. Thus, the giant may be an ancient pagan symbol rather than a Christian figure. Little definitive information exists regarding Heleth's origins. The name Heleth is speculated to be connected to Helios, the Greek sun god. This connection suggests a potential link to ancient solar worship. The giant figure may represent a folk memory of this deity. The carving likely occurred during a period of religious syncretism. Religious syncretism is the blending of different belief systems. King Charles I was executed in 1649. marking a pivotal moment in English history. The execution followed the English Civil War, where royalist forces were defeated. The monarchy was abolished, and England became a commonwealth. Oliver Cromwell rose to prominence as a military and political leader. Cromwell became Lord Protector, effectively ruling England. This period saw significant changes in governance and social structure in England. The Cerne Abbas Giant may have been carved as political satire. This theory suggests royalist sympathizers created it. It is speculated the giant was intended as a caricature of Oliver Cromwell. The carving would have served as a vicious piece of political commentary. The club symbolizes Cromwell's strength, referencing his nickname, England's Hercules. The depiction of nudity and an erection satirizes Cromwell's alleged Puritan hypocrisy. This imagery suggests a contradiction between his public image and private behavior. The location beneath a maypole signifies the suppression of traditional festive culture. Maypoles were symbols of community celebration, often discouraged during Cromwell's rule. Therefore, the scene critiques Cromwell's policies and personal conduct through symbolic representation. The theory is considered elegant and well-suited to the 17th century context. However, new OSL dating results present a challenge to this established theory. OSL dating suggests that the figure in question is older than previously thought. This discrepancy between the theory and the dating evidence raises questions about the theory's validity. Further investigation is needed to reconcile the theoretical framework with the empirical dating results. One theory suggests the Cerne Abbas Giant is a medieval depiction of Hercules. Hercules, a classical hero, may have been reinterpreted in this form. The giant's club is a key attribute, linking it to Hercules. This theory connects the figure to classical mythology through visual representation. During the medieval period, Hercules was a widely recognized symbol. He primarily represented strength, courage, and fortitude. These attributes made him an ideal figure to embody heroic qualities. Consequently, Hercules was often used to symbolize heroic kings. He also represented knights renowned for their bravery and valor. The Cerne Abbas Giant's location overlooks the valley and faces the site of a former medieval abbey. This positioning suggests a deliberate choice in its placement. One hypothesis suggests the giant served as a statement of power. It could have been commissioned by the abbey itself to assert its dominance. Alternatively, a local lord might have commissioned it to display their authority. The giant's presence visually reinforces the commissioner's control over the landscape. The prevailing theory suggests the giant is a medieval depiction. This theory is based on dating evidence from 2021. The giant is interpreted as representing the classical hero Hercules. This interpretation aligns with medieval artistic and cultural trends. Hercules was a popular figure in medieval art and literature. Therefore, the giant likely embodies the characteristics and symbolism associated with Hercules. The Cerne Abbas Giant's origin is debated, but a leading theory exists. This theory suggests the figure was carved in the late Saxon period. The late Saxon period dates back to around the 10th century AD. This timeline is based on credible historical narratives and archaeological evidence. Therefore, the giant is likely a product of the late Saxon era, not earlier periods. This conclusion is the most substantiated account of the giant's creation. The Cerne Abbas Giant is believed to represent the classical hero Hercules. Hercules was a symbol of strength and power in classical mythology. The figure may have served as a symbol for the Benedictine Abbey. The abbey may have used the figure to project an image of strength. The Cerne Abbas Giant is a hill figure in Dorset, England. Over many centuries, the figure required periodic maintenance to remain visible. However, there were periods when the maintenance was neglected. During these times, the figure became overgrown with vegetation. This overgrowth obscured the giant's outline, causing it to be forgotten. The Cerne Abbas Giant was rediscovered in the late 17th century. Local people had lost the original Saxon, medieval meaning of the figure. The locals reinterpreted the figure. The original significance of the figure was lost. The folklore surrounding him as an ancient fertility god, emerged over time. Formal maintenance of the landmark began in 1694. This maintenance aimed to preserve the landmark. The landmark had become a prominent local feature. The Cerne Giant is a palimpsest on the landscape, its story layered over time. Each generation has rewritten the giant's meaning, reflecting their own values and beliefs. Initially, it may have been a Saxon symbol of heroism, representing strength and valor. Over time, the giant's original significance faded, becoming a forgotten relic of the past. Later, it re-emerged as a body piece of folklore associated with fertility and local traditions. Ultimately, the Cerne Giant has become an enduring icon of English mystery, captivating imaginations.